In a male-dominated society, it takes guts sa isang babae to stand up and lead a certain group of people. Paano nga ba ang dapat gawin ng isang babae to lead with grace and grit? Attorney Dot. Oh, yan, attorney. Si attorney,
Yes, miss.
alam na alam niyan. No? Sige, attorney Dot, go, please.
Women power. No? Yan po ang ating pag-uusapan. Kasama po si Coach Sheila Viesca, a corporate protocol and communication specialist, the CEO of Talkshop and COO of Housing Interactive. Ito po, suki na po natin. Good afternoon po. Yes. Hi, ma'am. It's nice to see you again, Coach Sheila. Hello.
Yeah. Attorney Dot, good to be back.
Ayan, ako. Another exciting afternoon with Coach Sheila. Coach Sheila, I am with Ma'am Annie Rentoy and you might want to greet her also.
Yes, Miss Annie, how are you? It's great to be back here.
Oh, okay.
Yan. At tama may topic natin
Coach,
ngayon.
Yes, Coach Sheila, wala po tayong masyadong oras. So, let's go to the meat of our discussion. Doktora, first of all, how do you define po power and poise in the context of workplace communication? Napakarami po nating mga babae na nanonood po sa atin ngayon, nasa mga workplaces po sila. Let's tell them, ano po ba ito? Go ahead po.
Thank you, Attorney Dot. So, well, in the workplace, medyo complicated to. But in short, it's the ability to influence with clarity and lead with grace. Yung bang grounded ka, pag nakikipag-usap ka, ramdam ng mga tao yung respeto mo sa kanila. At yung clarity ng thought process mo, especially when you are in conversations, pag nagko-coach ka ng mga tao mo, pag nakikisalamuha ka sa mga customers. Yan, so these are values that we embrace at Talkshop and Housing Interactive, where leadership goes beyond gender.
Okay, very good. Meron kang isang sinabi, Coach Sheila, that struck me. Kasi ang iniisip natin, kung gusto natin na meron tayong influence, tayo ay dapat re-respetuhin. But you mentioned yung particular person who wants to have influence should have respect for others. Napaka-importante po nun. Kasi bago po kayo respetuhin, kailangan respetuhin din po ninyo yung ibang tao. Okay? So, Coach Sheila, thank you for that. Miss Annie, your question please.
Okay. Good afternoon, Coach. Maraming salamat again for joining us this afternoon. Maraming salamat po. Ito susunod ko katanungan, Attorney Dot. Ano yung mga common communication-related challenges na kinakaharap ng mga babaeng leader sa gitna ng male-nominated environments? Di ba? Parang, di ba, yung mga lalaki minsan, pag sinabing yung babae, ay, ganito na yan. Sige, ikaw na nga magpaliwanag nito, di ba, Coach? Mayroon din mga kababaihan, di ba, Attorney Dot? You don't want to lead, pero napipili ka. Hindi mo intensyon, pero napipili ka. Mga tipong ganon. O, sige nga po, Coach Sheila. Thank you very much po.
Magandang tanong to, Miss Annie, kasi itong mga common communication-related challenges na kinakaharap ng mga women leaders, hindi lang naman na dahil mahina ang boses or hindi sanay yung tao na marinig tayo, but there's also the tendency to overreact or over-interrupt. So, minsan kailangan nating huminga muna ng malalim. So, those powerful pauses will allow us to process the information so that instead of reacting, we end up responding. Ngayon naman, if there's a situation na tayo naman yung nai-interrupt, because at Talkshop we also teach as part of the communication training yung tonality, no? Kasi female voice is typically high pitch, male voice is typically low pitch, and it affects yung impression of credibility, authority. So when you want to reclaim your space, you can use cues like, may I clarify this? Or could you allow me to finish my point? Also, Siguro it's also another thing, not only when it comes to commanding presence through our physicality, the way we dress up, pero the way we stand, the way we sit. Kailangan both feet firmly on the ground para naman yung presence mo can truly influence. And of course, it doesn't hurt na naka-prepare ka. Yan, yung mga talk points mo, laging sa umpisa pa lang, alam mo na kung paano mo tatapusin yung sasabihin mo.
Mhm.
Ayan.
May mga
Naku,
tao
Miss
kasi,
Annie,
di ba,
parang-
Attorney Dot, I'm sorry.
Yes.
May mga tao
Yes.
din kasi, di ba, parang highly sensitive, parang minsan hindi open for a discussion, sometimes ma-misinterpret na you are only giving suggestion, minsan iba yung dating sa kanila, ibig sabihin, mga ganyan. Di ba, Doktor, Coach, nangyayari naman talaga yan, di ba po? Highly sensitive sila, na misinterpret as if they are not open for, may mga tipong ganon. Pero, sige nga, Coach, pa-emphasize nga yung bagay na yan. Attorney Dot, anytime po, pwede po kayong magbatiin. Go ahead po kay Coach Sheila. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Annie. That's the reality in the workplace setting na kahit malakas ang boses mo, you are passionate about what you're saying, you don't sound persuasive enough. Kaya hindi mo lang i-control yung volume mo, but also how you manage the pacing. Kailangan firm ang pagkakasabi mo. You can practice role playing with a colleague. Kasi minsan pag emotionally driven yung message mo, minsan tumataas yung pitch mo. O kaya dire-diretso ka, but no one is listening. So, i-practice mo, especially on tense situations, how to communicate with presence and authority, while at the same time, preserving yung sense of compassion. Yan.
Hindi yan pwedeng, I'm warning you, or else. Parang ganon. Okay. It's a no. Sige. Okay, Coach, thank you. Attorney Dot, go please. Thank you.
Yes, Miss Annie. Napakaganda nitong topic po natin, Miss Annie, kasi pareho tayo di ba? In our own respective jobs, mga leaders din tayo, women leaders tayo. Kaya gusto natin matutunan itong tinuturo sa atin ni Coach Sheila. And of course, yung mga iba pang mga kababaihan na gusto nilang maging leaders sa kanilang mga trabaho, napakaganda ng mga sinasabi ni Coach Sheila. So, Coach Sheila, question. Paano po ba nakakatulong ang effective communication sa mga kababaihan, especially po yung mga women leaders, as to how they should lead, with grace, perseverance, and passion, na hindi po mai-intimidate ang mga men na counterpart po nila sa trabaho. Sige po.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney Dot. I would say, huwag nating ipangalandakan na babae tayo, kailangan tayong marinig. Because there has to be sensibility in communicating the message and even our emotional intelligence, no? So we carve our niche by making sure that if there's an opportunity to listen, we listen. Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon yung ingay ang pinakikinggan. And then be able to ask questions also. Kasi ito yung often overlooked na kapag may narinig ka, respond ka agad with a statement or with a counter attack. When in fact, a question will allow you to clarify the point. Baka iba lang yung pagkakaintindi mo. And of course, managing your emotions. That's also part of effective communication. Because a lot of times, those critical situations are brought about by our attachment to the situation or kung ano yung mga naalala natin, ano yung mga personal issues natin, be able to step back. I would say, yung thinking out of the box, kailangan ilabas mo talaga yung sarili mo because you can only control your game if you once in a while get yourself out of the frame. Para big picture yung thinking mo. And yung response mo also is not naka-tunnel vision. Nakikita mo yung mga maaring maging effect kung sino yung mga maapektuhan.
Yan.
Ayun, napakaganda ng mga points
Very good.
ni Coach Sheila, no?
That's correct.
You
That's
have
correct.
to see the big picture.
Mm.
Oo, tsaka hindi ka dapat emotionally affected. At yung pagsalita mo, kailangan i-control mo. Tama, very good points po. Ma'am Annie?
Thank you very much. Ito, ang susunod kong tanong, Attorney Dot. Anong paraan o paanong paraan makakatulong ang emotional intelligence sa mga nangungunang kababaihan sa workplace, Coach Sheila?
Yes. Well, much is expected of female leaders kasi pag sinabi mong female boss, talagang associated yan with grace and confidence, diplomacy, diba, and emotional intelligence. So, how do we enhance it? First of all, kailangan yung introspection. Kilalanin mo yung sarili mo, how you respond to certain individuals, bakit may mga individuals who end up triggering your negative emotions, or yung mga individuals naman na maganda yung dating nila sa'yo and you can connect very easily. And once you get to figure that out, mamamanage mo. And you can be more emotionally intelligent in responding or in redirecting the conversation. So, hindi lahat ng bagay kailangan mong patulan, hindi kailangan lahat kailangan mong sagutin, pero dapat pakikinggan mo, especially in the workplace setting. Communication is not only the words that are articulated, sa body language din ng mga tao. So, I would say, like communication, yung emotional intelligence, Miss Annie, is also an articulated competency. Hindi lang, alam ko naman kailangan nararamdaman nila na alam mo talaga. So, paano mo ipakikita? Hinay-hinay ka lang. Hindi lahat kailangan patulan.
Very good, very good. Ayan, Attorney, sige po.
Yes, kumbaga, you choose your battles, di ba? Hindi naman kailangan lahat patulan. Nako,
Yes,
di ba?
correct.
Okay. So, kasi minsan ikaw pa yung masisira kapag pinatulan mo. Hayaan mo na. Hayaan mo na siyang masira. Wag mo nang patulan. Coach Sheila, question. Paano po maaaring mag-respond tayong mga babae sa mga microaggressions? Yung talagang iniinis ka, di ba? O kaya naman dismissive behavior, yung parang binabalewala ka, parang hindi ka pinapakinggan, na usually nanggagaling sa kalalakihan. Habang pinapanatili pa rin po natin na tayo po are acting with grace and humility. Sige po. Hirap yun, ha? Mahirap yun.
Oo. Oo, pero talaga malaman po tanong na to, Attorney Dot, kasi nangyayari yan. So yung mga microaggressions, parang ang response natin, macro reactions, di ba? So I would say yung self-talk, importante. Like you can name the emotion silently as you talk to yourself, face the mirror, kailangan i-practice mo yung smile mo, and you acknowledge, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling angry, habang kinakausap mo yung sarili mo para ma-identify mo kung ano yung i-resolve mo. Before the meeting, before dealing with the person, kung kailangan mong makadeal yung person na to. And once you're able to identify that, you can figure out, ano ba yung kinainisan ko? Ano ba yung source of frustration ko? The way this person is treating me? O may nasabi siyang mali? And then, ganun din. Step back. Tapos, figure out how you can respond intelligently. Kasi once you say it, nakalabas na yan. Hindi mo na pwedeng bawiin basta-basta. And yung understanding mo of how your words, how your nonverbals will affect the other person will help you greatly. Kasi minsan yung negativity na to, yung microaggressions, once you deal with them intelligently, sensibly, they work for you Na-acknowledge ng tao na, okay, napatawad niya ako, medyo naging bastos ako, medyo hindi maganda yung nasabi ko, pero pinakinggan pa rin niya ako. So, I think that's one strength of female leaders that can also be debilitating. Kasi yun ang expectation sa atin, we have to be graceful in our leadership functions.
Okay.
Yes,
Eto.
actually,
Yes, Attorney.
Miss Annie, meron lang akong sasabihin dyan.
Go, please.
Meron
Thank
naman din kasi na mga kalalakihan. In reaction to what si Coach Sheila said, merong kalalakihan, sinasadya kang asarin para mag-react ka negatively. Kapag nag-react ka negatively, pangit yung reaction mo, magalit ka, sumigaw ka, nagwagi sila, di ba? So, tama
True.
si Coach Sheila, pag-isipan mong mabuti, step back, and then control your emotions. Ako, ganyan ako, Miss Annie, kahit galit na ako, gusto kong sapakin, di ba? Kasi talagang iniinis ka, di ba? Pero smile. Para
That's
ikaw
correct.
pa rin yung nagwagi, di ba? Okay, sige, Miss Annie.
Thank you very much. Attorney Don, tatanong ko kay Coach, gaano ba kahalaga doon sa mga kababaihang leaders na makadevelop ng authentic voice? Ano ba itong authentic voice at paano ba ito natututunan? Ano ba yung authentic voice na yan, Coach Sheila?
Lahat ito, aspirational to, Miss Annie, kasi pag nag-uumpisa ka in your leadership role, parang hinahanap mo pa yung branding mo, yung identity mo. Pero when you're true to yourself, when you play in your own space, mapifigure out mo kung ano ba yung talagang tono, yung pagkakasabi, na natural sa'yo, that will allow you to easily influence other people. Sabi nga ni John Maxwell, if you think you're leading but no one is following, you're simply walking. So hindi lang basta magsasalita ka. It's that authentic voice that is comforting, authoritative, at the same time, results-driven and diplomatic para you bring about the best in people. Ma-motivate mo sila every time magsasalita ka, nakaka-add ka ng value. And whether it's even if it is something that's not favorable to them, they take it as a constructive feedback that will allow them to grow. So I guess that's the authentic voice, yung nakakatulong, yung gift na ibinibigay mo sa ibang tao that will allow them to learn, to assert themselves, to learn their values, and then to identify kung ano yung vision mo or yung vision ng organization mo.
Okay.
Very good.
Kita mo?
Yes, Miss Annie, talagang
Yung mga kalalakihan,
importante
no?
yan.
Sige.
Oo. Yung sinasabi ni Coach Sheila, na syempre kailangan minsan merong sakripisyo silang gagawin. And magagalit yung mga yan pag hindi mo na-explain na mabuti sa kanila na this is for our company. This is also for you, di ba? So, it's in the way you convince them. Talagang importante na you act like a true leader. So,
That's
Coach
correct.
Sheila, you have said so many good things that we will bear in mind as leaders ourselves. But, let's now go to yung body language. Kasi, parang you mentioned already earlier that body language is very important. Paano po ba makakatulong yung body language po sa pagpapakita po ng power at saka poise sa mga professional settings po? Kunwari sa mga meeting, yan, mga presentation, mga conferences. Go ahead po.
Yes. Well, there's a limited but often quoted study, Attorney Dot, that was conducted by this UCLA professor, si Albert Mehrabian. Ano to talagang dinidiscuss to when it comes to matters of first impression, executive presence, and he gave the equation 55-38, 7% rule. 55% daw of the credibility is based on the physicality. So it may be unfair, but that's the unfair reality. And if we consider yung first impression, it can happen on the first 30 seconds or 3 minutes of the presentation. So yung body language that we need to adopt to communicate the right presence, executive presence or leadership presence or influential presence, should be mindful. So kung hindi ka kailangan gumalaw masyado, wag. And then you need to have that open gesture na hindi ka mukha kang open-minded even with your body language, and then decisive. So hindi uncertain yung mga movements. Now, the body language does not happen naturally, especially on tense situations like nag-uumpisa ka pa lang mag-assume ng leadership roles mo or hindi ka sanay talaga magsalita in front of an audience. Practice in front of the mirror. I-record mo yung sarili mo. And then I'm tempted to say here, find a role model. Pero you develop your own style also. Kasi balik tayo dun sa authentic voice, authentic style. Yung packaging mo, it's not only about what you're saying, but also how you're communicating your credibility by the way you stand, the way you smile, the way you gesture, the way you pause and acknowledge the communication or the presence of other people.
Okay, so Miss
Okay.
Annie, importante, pati the way you look, di ba? First impressions, last, first 30 seconds ba? So, Miss Annie, pupunta ka sa isang professional meeting, naka-leggings ka, tapos naka-plunging neckline. Umpisa pa lang, zero na, wala ka ng credibility. So, agree 100% kay Coach Sheila. Miss Annie?
Thank you very much, Attorney Dot. Sige, habol pa tayo ng mga katanungan. Paano maaari magsalita ng firm ang mga kababaihan ng hindi masasabihan na bossy o too much sa workplace?
Ay, good
Oh.
question. Napakagandang
Di ba po?
katanungan, Miss Annie. Oo.
Bossy naman yan. O sige, go ahead po, Coach Sheila. Thank you very much, Attorney. Coach.
Thank you, Miss Annie, Attorney Dot. So typically, pag sa babae, ang term natin bossy. Pag sa lalaki, decisive, di ba? Or authoritative. Kasi talaga naman typically most industries are male-dominated. So unang-una, huwag kang balat sibuyas, huwag kang masasaktan kasi ganun yung maririnig mo eh. It's natural. Now, apart from developing your confidence, which is how you command attention by your physicality, kailangan i-internalize mo rin yung self-esteem. Masaya ka dapat sa sarili mo. And find an outlet para pag medyo nasa-stress ka, you find your composure again. Kasi yung pinoproject mong confidence is influenced greatly by your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. So, pag nasasabihan ka ng bossy, regard that as good feedback and then manage the expectations. Sino ba yung mga ka-deal mo? Saan ka ba lulugar? May nasabi ka ba talaga na medyo hindi nila expected? And are you being true to yourself? Kasi as you grow in your leadership role and you have more people supporting you and more people above you who are pulling you up, they become more familiar with your communication style. So what would normally be regarded as bossy, ganyang magsalita talaga, direct to the point. Yan, so wag mong i-compromise yung authenticity mo. And then, have the sensibility para mag-adjust ka rin.
Okay, thank you for that,
Ayun.
Coach Sheila. Attorney Dot, sige, mayroon gusto idagdag yan,
Yes.
go, Attorney?
Well, actually, magre-react ako doon. Tama si Coach Sheila kasi how can you expect people to have confidence in you if you don't have confidence in yourself? Yun, di ba? So yung self-esteem, napaka-importante yun. Babalikan ko yung sinabi ni Coach Sheila. Napaka-importante po niyan. If ever you are going to speak before your colleagues or even your mga staff, bakit ka papakinggan kung ang itsura mo hindi ka sigurado sa sarili mo o sa sinasabi mo? So, you also have to come prepared. Hindi yung haharap ka sa mga ibang tao na hindi mo alam yung sinasabi mo. So, if you know what you are talking about, then you will be confident. Coach Sheila, I think you are a very good speaker for mga corporate workshops. And can you please tell us if there is anyone who's listening to us now who want to get you as a speaker for their companies, company workshops, how do they get in touch with you po?
Yes, thank you very much for that opportunity, Attorney Dot and Miss Annie. So TalkShop is a company that I set up in the year 2000, and it's a civil service accredited ISO certified communication training firm that specializes in personal effectiveness and corporate competence for business leaders and entrepreneurs. And so most of the programs that we have, of course, are communication-based. So ranging from management communication, problem solving, completed staff work, even public speaking, technical writing. Companies who would like to get our services for their executives to be coached or for their teams to be trained can reach us at 0917-877-5588. So we designed the program, Attorney Dot, Miss Annie, kasi kailangan i-customize yan eh. Not only according to the KPIs of the organization, but also based on the common challenges or mga diverse issues. Kasi hindi na ngayon cookie cutter approach, 'di ba? Iba-iba na yung dynamics ng workforce, iba-ibang generation, iba-ibang concern, but they can all learn from one another. And the unifying thing,
Yes.
actually the
Yan.
core values of education.
Alam mo, Attorney Doc,
Yes, Miss Annie.
hahabol tayo sa susunod kay Coach Sheila. Isa na namang topic na ating pag-usapan. But for the meantime, dahil wala na tayong oras, labis tayo nagpapasalamat sa kanya. Attorney Doc, pasalamatan na natin sa pagkakataong ito. Coach
Yes, Miss
Sheila
Annie.
Viesca.
Isang napakahusay na speaker. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat po sa inyo, Coach Sheila, for spending this time with us again, and we hope to have you back very, very soon. Of course, Coach Sheila Viesca is the Corporate Protocol and Communication Specialist and CEO of the Talk Shop, and COO din po siya ng Housing Interactive. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you again and guesting again and again here in Servisyong Bayanihan. Maraming salamat.
Thank you,
Maraming-
Attorney Doc. Thank you, Miss Annie.
Thank you so
Always a
much.
pleasure.
Maraming salamat.